Hey everyone. Okay, 2 o'clock. I'm back as promised with a card. Just a reminder of the host code currently up for the month or until I end up having to close it. Okay, so there we are. All right. So for those of you who don't know, or for those of you who have forgotten, we are still in the World Card Making Day special, and that happens until the 10th. So you have today and tomorrow. That is it. So I am going to make a quick little note card here because the note cards are currently 15% off. You get a pack of 20 with envelopes. The white ones and the vanilla are on sale. So I think it works out to like $6.80. So I know that I am going to stock up. I forgot on my last order, so I'm so thankful that I need to place another order in the next couple of days. I actually had to create my own vanilla one because I didn't have vanilla. I only had white, but I wanted this card to go with this DSP. Additionally, the buy 3 get 1 free DSP sale is on until the end of October. So I am purposely using an entire family of DSP. This is the Painted Harvest, and it's gorgeous. I think I only ended up buying it because someone wanted in on my share, but I'm like, I love it. I actually feel like now I wish I would have bought another pack. So I still can because it's still on sale. Okay, and we're also going to use, hi Lynn, we're going to use Daisy Delight. I know this is nothing new, there's nothing flashy here, but it is on sale. It is currently 15% off. This is until the end of tomorrow. Okay, so I wanted to showcase everything that was on sale, and you have until the end of tomorrow to get that. All right, so this card is smaller. It's 3.5 by 5. So what I've already done is cut some DSP, okay? So this DSP I have cut to be 3.25 by 4 3/4. Yes, 3.25 by 4 3/4. Both of these strips I have cut at 1.5 inches wide. One of them I made 4 inches long. The other one I have made 3. Full disclosure, this design I've totally cased from Ange McKay, my upline. Okay, and then we've got this piece, which I think I'm actually going to make narrower, but currently it's at 1.5. We're going to play around with that. We're going to use the banner punch, so I might make that smaller. Okay, so this is the easy part, right? We've got our DSP, no big deal. We are just going to adhere all of that. We are going to use snail because, as you may or may not have known, even though they had that amazing deal on the fast fuse, it was so amazing that they could never have imagined they would have went through all of their stock. They said to us that they had like 10 years of stock of refills or something ridiculous. But that sale was so popular because they've done buy one, get one before sales, and they have never had this same kind of response. So they basically sold out of all of their stock. And because they did not want to put the item on back order, they are going to have the sale again when they get it back in. So the sale was meant to be 10 days. It was only 5 until they were out of stock. I missed out on it because I was waiting to place a bigger order. So when that sale comes out, trust me, you will know because I will be getting it. But it's likely not for a couple of months. The good thing is if you were lucky enough to get in on it, you will know how much you like it by then, and so you'll have the chance to get more at that amazing price. But for now, we're going to use the snail, which of course works amazingly well. The fast fuse is just a little bit stickier, and I really like it for 3D projects. So that's why I was planning to stock up, but there will still be time. Okay, so you can see how I just kind of tucked that underneath. We're just layering this on. All right, we're gonna deal with this in a second. Right now we're gonna stamp our image. So I've just got a piece of Very Vanilla here, and we're gonna use our daisy. So the colors that are in this cardstock is Crushed Curry, Peekaboo Peach, Cajun Craze, and the Early Espresso. I'm gonna save the espresso for our sentiment, but I just kind of wanna play around with how I wanna do the daisy. So I'm gonna do it first on my scrap piece of paper, just so I can play with the colors. So you're just gonna have to bear with our creative process here. We're gonna have to do a little cleaning in between. My son is patiently waiting for me to finish this so that him and I can go to the playground. All right, so this is our curry. I'm also going to do this entire card without using the punch, just to sort of showcase that you can make a beautiful daisy without the punch, because the punch unfortunately is not on sale, only the stamp set. Let's clean that off, put it back on my block since it's not. So that is, oops, sorry, the curry. Now let's see what that looks like with the Cajun Craze. And this color was in this month's Paper Pumpkin. So I'm gonna line that up, and I'm kind of tempted to do 3 of these. So I'm gonna do that. Oh, that's pretty. So that's the Cajun Craze. And now I'm gonna do a 3rd one in the peach and see what we think of that. Okay, sorry, so much wobbling. Sorry, Lynn. All right, let's see what we got with the peach. So I'm gonna find my last kind of space, fill that in. And there is the peach. So, what do you think, Lynn? Should we stamp it with all 3 colors? I like how we've got a really full daisy. Or should we just do Cajun and the peach? Or Cajun and the curry? I really like the Cajun, so I'd like to tie that in. What do you think? What's your vote? Or we can do all 3. Love it. Love it. Good. Glad. So all 3 colors? All 3. All right, let's make it happen. All right, so, okay, so we're gonna replicate that, and in case anyone new joins us, then they'll see how we're doing that. That's really pretty. I actually really like this. So you know what? I'm super excited to actually order some of these vanilla, and I'm gonna like mass produce this card, I think, because I'm pretty excited about how it turned out. I might have to order more of this cardstock. It's so pretty. Okay, so we will start with the curry just like we did, and I'm going to leave a little room because we're going to end up cutting this out with either a circle or an oval. Okay, so there's our curry. Clean that off. And then I'm going to do the Cajun. Okay, so again, just I'm lining up the center basically and making sure it's beside it. Oh, that Cajun is so pretty. It is not a color I ever would have bought. There's nothing about it from just looking like at the color of the spot compared to the color it is when you stamp it. It's gorgeous. It's kind of this like rusty orangey red color that I think is underrated. Okay, so we're gonna line up our peach in there. Oh, so pretty. This just screams autumn to me. Love the Cajun. Yeah, me too, Lynn. Totally loving the Cajun. And this, like I said, autumn. This is autumn, autumn, autumn. Okay, so now we are gonna cut this out using our stitched shapes. So I'm just gonna see if we want, I think we probably want a circle. It would look silly on an oval. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna do a circle. Will it fit in this smaller circle? No. Okay. So just bear with me. I'm going to big shot this off to the side because I just don't feel like carrying my big shot over. Okay, so just running that through the stitch shape. Okay, there's that. And then we are going to then provide a background for that with our layering circles. So we took that one. Now we need to find which of these we need. That one's too small. So it's going to be this big guy. Okay. And then we just have to, I was thinking I was going to do it in espresso. It's going to take up a lot of our card. All right, we'll play around with that. That's okay. We can have some of it come off the side. I wonder, okay, I'm going to leave that at the 1/2 inch. We're going to punch out to get our banner. So that's going to be like that. That's going to go on there. And I wonder, no, we're going to need more than half. I'm just wondering if I'm going to like it on that. Well, I'm trying to draw that in, so we're going to give that a try. I actually think that's going to be kind of pretty. As I do, we need to cut this so it'll fit through the big shot. So I generally just go like this. Super scientific people, and like that. All right, run this guy through. So just a reminder, right? These items are on sale right now. This DSP, the note cards, the stamp set, but it is only until the end of tomorrow. So we might have to kind of, I don't know, I'm gonna have to decide. Okay, hang tight, my friends. I don't want that. I'm gonna cut that so it's not showing. See how I'm doing this? Sometimes I measure ahead, sometimes I just wing it. But it can't go off our card. What do you think? So I think I'm gonna end up trimming a little bit of that otherwise, or I can move it and move that up. We could do that too. Just once I trim it, I can't go back, can I? So we can leave it there, or bring it down and have it off the side, so then our card would look like that. What do you think, Lynn? Do you think we trim it so we're missing that tail side of the circle? Or move it up and move it over so we have the whole thing on there? I'm leaning to trimming, but I'm always curious to see what people who are watching me think and what they would do if they were making this card at home. Trim is okay. All right, I'm gonna give it a trim. Really? The worst that's gonna happen and is I'm gonna realize that next time I wouldn't do that, right? Right, okay. And then I kind of liked that. Oh, you know what? We still haven't put our sentiment on here. I'm getting all crazy. And we don't have a sentiment. So I might trim that. Be kind of helpful to have our sentiment, wouldn't it? So we can just do a thank you, or I think it kind of has to fill the bottom. Although I think this card would be quite nice without a sentiment because it's not very big, right? But let's do a sentiment in espresso. So again, another stamp color I did not own until I got it with the paper pumpkin. That is another beautiful thing about paper pumpkin. You get a different color ink spot every month. I believe it is guaranteed not to repeat for a calendar year. You get a block if it's your very first month. So don't forget that special is also on right now. The paper, or no, pardon me, it's not a special. But if you want to get October's kit, you need to sign up by tomorrow. Okay, there we go. So we've got that. So let's put that down here. We're going to center and trim. So I'm just going to put some snail across the whole thing. Center it on here. And then trim whichever end. So it's going to be that end. Okay, so I think I might actually trim this to an inch, actually. I'll trim this one to an inch, and then we can decide. That is the beauty of using a small piece. Options! All right. So there is the thin one. Okay, take a good look. And there is the thick one. Oh, I think I like the thin one. What do you think, Lynn? Thin? Thick? Thin? Or thick? Or not at all, I guess. Thin. Yep, me too. Okay. We're on the same page. And then I think what we could do, we could pop up the daisy. But you know what? I think I'll keep it simple. Sometimes we get a bit too crazy, right? We pop up everything, we add bling, we do all this stuff. I was just talking to another demo and about, you know, gone are the days of just stamping a card. It's got to be so intricate now. We've got, you know, the framelets, the big shots, the punches, and we don't just stamp. Somehow I didn't punch that evenly. Okay. We do not want to not have enough snail on here though, because last thing we want is this falling off. I'm still going to get as much of it on there as we can because we don't want to cut off the daisy. Okay. And then I'm just going to cut against the edge of my card. Oh yeah, I don't mind it trimmed. Oh, thank you, Lynn. I love this card too, and the colors. Yeah, this DSP is gorgeous. So as I've mentioned before, if you want one of these packs of DSP, but you don't want to order 3 to get the free one, I've already done this with one of my customers. She wanted one of the packs. I bought the other 3, and I just spread the discount out between us. So that is always an option if anyone's out there and you really want one of those packs of DSP. So there we go. There's our sweet little note card. I think what we could do there, because we can, and I have them, is put a jewel. I just thought I had, yes, here it is. I had one floating around. We can put one of our jewels there. Does that finish it off a little bit better? Voila. Thank you for joining me, Lynn, and thank you for all of your feedback. The other thing I would love to do is get some, oh no, you know what? I'm gonna make a few little changes first. And then I'm gonna be posting some pictures later today, and I would love people's votes on them. Basically, I'm going to a Stampin' Up convention, for lack of a better word, called On Stage in November. And we have the option or the choice to make card fronts, and then we swap them with other demos. And so then I'll come home with 25 card fronts, which will be amazing. So I'm just working on my design and I'm trying to decide. So my plan is to post and get people to vote and help me pick which one I'm going to make 25 of. So thank you for joining me, Lynn, and I'm gonna go to the playground now with my boy who's been patiently waiting, and I will post this card both as a photo and up on my blog. And yeah, I love it. Thank you. Bye.